I don't understand why, for example, we are busy passing legislation very quickly on other subjects that are politically important, but we don't look at what is extremely important for this country. The Electoral Commission. How can a country like ours stand on its feet if it does not have an Electoral Commission? Elections are in 2027. This is 2024. When will this commission be prepared? Those of you who followed the Rigiji saga will remember that at some point the judiciary website, the online filing system went down. I want you to carry this question into 2027. Why did that online platform collapse? Why did the firewalls that we created before 2022 suddenly become vulnerable? And imagine what may happen in 2027. I will say no more, but think about it. I'm not limited in expressing my mind. So you not expect me to say Parliament has done wrong, the President has not done. I speak my mind because why don't we, for example, have a hashtag, appoint IEBC now, and spread it? Those who have opportunity will actually follow it, and they will do something. Why is social media, why is the IEBC not being constituted? Because Azimio can't appoint their representative to the panel. Is that something to hold a country hostage for 2 years?
Clean up the register. They need time to ensure that unregistered Kenyans, especially among the youth, are registered. We will need an IEBC that is completely prepared to handle the election in good time for procurement purposes, and make sure that we run an election that our team has been trained well enough in good time to be able to manage that. An absence of IEBC is a violation to the rights of Kenyans. Let us put the best interests of the country before our own interests, and when we do that, then Kenya will be a better place for all of us.
The elections are not an end in themselves. Rather, they are a means to an end. The end is validation of democratic governance. This is to say, good governance based on the will of the people. This will is expressed through universal suffrage. Social science philosophers have called this expression of choice of governance the general will of the people. Accordingly, it is the greatest essence that electoral processes and outcomes should express the general will of the people. Electoral technologies should facilitate rather than compromise democracy.
However, the process of reconstituting a new electoral agency has been stifled by 2 court cases, and Kenyans may have to wait until January for the process to be set in motion. In August, the Political Parties Disputes Tribunal, PPDT, issued an interim order stopping President William Ruto from appointing a panel to pick the IEBC's commissioners, at least until a dispute over a nominee is resolved. This was after Augustus Kyalo Muli of the National Labour Party moved to court to sue Azimio la Umoja for attempting to delist him from the list presented by political parties. NLP maintains that was duly elected in July amid an onslaught from Ambassador Koki Muli, who was strongly backed by Kalonzo Musyoka. Another petition by Boniface Njogu filed at the Kiambu High Court in October also challenged the appointment of the nominees to the IEBC selection panel, claiming a lack of representation of persons living with disabilities. This petition ultimately halted the panel selection process as Kiambu High Court Judge Dora Chepkwony gave conservatory orders barring the appointment of the panel until the matter was heard. The matter is set to be determined on January 25, 2025. Dig deeper. With the pending court cases, the country continues to grapple with the reality of a potential electoral crisis, as there has been no functional electoral agency for 2 years since the last commission left its role. One crucial function of the IEBC that has been stifled because of a lack of a functioning agency is the delimitation of boundaries, an exercise that needed to have taken place in 2024. Meanwhile, 3 constituencies in the country, Banisa, Ugunja, and Magarini, lack representation in Parliament since it is impossible to conduct by-elections without a functioning commission. This predicament has left these constituencies lagging in terms of development due to a lack of representation in the taking note on the uproar. Senior Economic Advisor Moses Kuria has advised the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, selection panel to begin advertising the commissioner positions immediately. Kuria, in a brief statement on Saturday, December 7th, concurred with Supreme Court Judge Isaac Lonaiona, who questioned how the country could operate without the IEBC commissioners in place. While acknowledging Justice Lenaola's sentiments, Kuria urged the IEBC selection panel to commence the recruitment process by Friday, December 13th. According to the government advisor, the delays in the appointment of the IEBC commissioners pose a huge threat to the country. I urge the other members to meet on Monday and kick off the process of advertising for IEBC commissioners by Friday, December 13th. We are living dangerously without an electoral body, Kuria said. He went ahead to take a swipe at Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka for criticizing President William Ruto's administration over alleged interference with the process of constituting the electoral body. Kuria stated that the selection of the commissioners would continue without the participation of Kalonzo's party. According to him, there were adequate members to begin the process of constituting the electoral body, even without the Wiper Party representative at the IEBC selection panel. I agree with Justice Lenaola. The panel is quorate, Kuria stated. On Friday, December 6th, Justice Isaac Lenaola criticized the government and the opposition leaders for failing to appoint the IEBC commissioners hardly 2 years into the 2027 general elections. Lenaola, who spoke during the regional conference on the use of artificial intelligence, also hit out at members of parliament for ignoring the constitution of the electoral body while passing other laws. The Supreme Court judge further questioned the duration the commissioners would have to prepare for the next general elections, adding that such issues must not hold the country hostage. For example, with the Electoral Commission, how can a country like ours stand on its feet if we do not have an electoral commission? Elections are in 2027, and we are in 2024. When will this commission be prepared? Lenonal argued. Even as pressure continues to pile on the government to reconstitute an electoral body less than 3 years before the general election, key challenges have emerged that are hindering the process. On Saturday, Kenyans launched an odd social media campaign to persuade the government to speed up the process of constituting a new electoral agency. Under the hashtag #JustAppointeeBeNow, hundreds of Kenyans voiced their concern about what they termed a deliberate attempt by the Kenya Kwanza Government to establish a functioning IEBC. However, the process of reconstituting a new electoral agency has been stifled by 2 court cases, and Kenyans may have to wait until January for the process to be set in motion.